How's it going, my fellow shiny Pokemon? Shiny Snorlax here, bringing you guys the team preview. So let's get started. Up right over here, we have Caesar, my physical attack with Choice Scarf, with Technician, with the moves U-turn, Bullet Punch, Super Power, and Area Lace. Planning on getting rid of Super Power with something like Brick Break, because since I have Choice Scarf, I'm going to be spamming I'm going to be using something a lot, and Super Power is not a very good move for something like that. And up next we have Infernape with Choice Band, Iron Fist, and those are the moves: Flare Blitz, Close Combat, U-turn, and Thunder Punch. Planning on getting rid of Flare Blitz with Fire Punch, because I want Iron Fist to actually do something instead of helping Thunder Punch. But whatever, I'm thinking about it. Up next is Blissey, the amazing specially defensive wall. Even though it's over here it says physically defensive, it knows the move. It has Leftovers, Natural Cure, and knows the moves: Soft Boil, Seismic Toss, Thunder Wave, and Ice Beam. And up next we have our physically defensive one, which has Sturdy and Leftovers, and knows the moves: Spike, Screw, Spray Bird, and Whirlwind. And it's not the level one. It's not the level 1 set. Just telling you guys. And up next we have Jolteon with the move Life Orb and Volt Absorb, and knows the move Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Signal Beam, and Hidden Power Ice. Pretty decent moveset, and I'm definitely changing up Starmie. It has Choice Scarf, Natural Cure, Surf, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, and Shrek. Definitely planning on getting rid of Shrek and the Choice Scarf. Possibly planning on replacing the Choice Scarf with something like Life Orb, and getting rid of Shrek for Psychic. But anyways, that was the team preview, guys, and let's get to the battle. How's it going, my fellow shiny Pokemon? Shiny Snorlax here, bringing you guys Pokemon Showdown OU, bringing you guys the Pokemon Showdown OU battle. So let's get it started. I lead off with my Infernape because I could U-turn out of everything. Opponent brings out Fortress, I go for a Flare Blitz, having confidence that he would not switch out. And opponent goes for Stealth Rocks, and I go for another Flare Blitz to take it out. The opponent's Fortress goes down, and opponent brings out Togekiss. I go for another Flare Blitz, hoping that I can take it out in one shot, but I do not. And the opponent's Togekiss goes for Toxic. Opponent goes for Protect, Toxic stalling me, and I basically leave Infernape out as Death Water. I go for another Flare Blitz, and for some reason the opponent does not go for Protect. And the Togekiss goes down, and my Infernape goes down as well. I bring out my Jolteon because I could Volt Switch out of anything, and opponent brings out Gengar. I go for a Volt Switch on the Gengar, do about half damage, and I switch out into Blissey, predicting Ghost type attack. But I was wrong. Opponent goes for a Toxic. I switch out into my Skarmory, predicting a Poison type attack. And the Gengar goes for a Trick, and I get the Black Sludge, and the opponent gets the Leftovers. Opponent goes for a Protect, and I go for a Spikes, predicting the Protect. And the opponent goes for a Shadow Ball, and I go for another layer of Spikes. Opponent goes for another Shadow Ball, almost taking me out, but I go for one more layer of Spikes, and I go down from the Black Sludge. I bring out my Caesar, and opponent goes for Protect, and I go for a Bullet Punch. The opponent switches out into Aggron, and I knew he was going to switch out, but I decided to keep on going for Bullet Punch because it's regularly effective, but it barely does anything. But I keep on going for Bullet Punch, and opponent goes for a Rock Polish. I go for another Bullet Punch, almost kill it, but survives with 9%. Opponent goes for a Hit Smash. I bring out Jolteon, and opponent outspeeds me, goes for another Hit Smash. And I bring out my Starmie, and I think I make a comeback here. I go for a Seth, taking out the Aggron. Choice Scarf helped me out a lot. Opponent brings out Gengar, and I go for another Surf. And opponent goes for a Toxic. I switch out, and I bring out Blissey, predicting a protect, and I was right. Opponent went for a protect. I know the opponent was going to go for a toxic, so I decided to go for a Thunder Wave to slow it down. I switch out into my Stormy, and an opponent's paralyzed and cannot move. Opponent goes for a trick, switches out items, and I go for the trick, and I go for a Surf, almost killing it, but the opponent is paralyzed. I go for another Surf on the Gengar and take it out. Opponent brings out Jolteon, and I switch out into my Blissey because Jolteon is a special attacker, and Blissey can take those attacks for days. Opponent goes for a Thunderbolt, and I take that hit amazingly. Opponent goes for another Thunderbolt, and I go for a Soft Boil to heal myself up. Opponent switches out into Alakazam, and I go for a Seismic Toss, predicting a switch. Opponent goes for a Focus Blast, but Blissey avoids the attack. I go for a Thunder Wave just to slow the Alakazam down, and I go for a Seismic Toss, almost killing it, and opponent goes for another Focus Blast but misses. I go for a Seismic Toss and take out the Alakazam, and opponent brings out Jolteon. Opponent goes for a Thunderbolt, barely doing anything, and I take it out with a Seismic Toss. I think I won only just from HAX, but whatever, it's still pretty decent battle in my opinion. So yeah, like, favorite, and subscribe to become a shiny Pokemon, and I'll see you next time.